صعب ما عرفتش عنده في
شي
انستغرام
هذاك سميتو كيتسمى بنغلاديش نديرها بنغلاديش كيفاش كيلعب هذا فينال ديالهم
কিনছি
ভাই এই ঘরগুলো বেরোবে কিন্তু এগুলো কি লাগে আর কি উল্টে তানভীর ভাই নক খায় না কিন্তু আপনার ওই কেউ নাই
حلو هذا مو حلو
বেরিয়েছে ওইগুলো বেরিয়েছে এখানে নেট দেন পাথর নিচে নেট দেন এই যে বলে ড্যামেজ
দিছি
আরেকটা টাওয়ারে ওর টিমে টাওয়ারে টিম মেরে
اللعبه اللي كيدير اخونا دابا هذيك تلجا وراك ولي
না আমি নেট মারতে
ফেলেছে
ندير
يضرب مرتاح فهمت ولي يضرب مرتاح ده
ওই যে আমার সামনে কন্টেইনার টাই
দাঁড়াও
116 নেট
ডিমিটি নিছো
ভাই নেট 116 গেছে টাওয়ারটা ড্যামেজ করছে নামছে
জানা বাদ দাও
দাঁড়ান পুরোপুরি যাব না
হোল্ড
আমি যাবো না দাঁড়ান
আমরা এই পিছনে গুলো গিয়ে নিয়ে
টাওয়ারে প্যাক করে দিয়েছে তাড়াতাড়ি আই
এই যে পাঁচজন টিম আছে আলাদা নামে গেছে
আমি বাড়ি থেকে
বাইরে থেকে আবার ওই যেগুলো আসছে নেট মারে চাবি দিও নিচে আসো
নামছি
দেবে আসো
একগুলি
গাড়ি থাকতে মারতে সুন্দর এই লং থেকে বানো
আমি আমার কিল পাই নাই
সুন্দর
কিল পাই নাই
চিল
চুরি হয়ে গেছে
গাড়ি বাইকগুলো বের হবে ওইগুলো দেখো লেফটে তোমাদের লাভ দিছে একটা ড্যামেজ আছে
কোন দিকে লাগছে
আসো
না সামনে আপনি আগে বেশি আগে দাঁড়ান
আমি প্রেসার দিচ্ছি আমি কভার আছে
রাইটে খেলেন লেফটে আমরা গুলো ঢুকতে পারবো না
তোরা বের হচ্ছে আগাচ্ছে
রাইটে ওপেনে ফ্রি কিল
ওয়েট লেফটে দিও দমে করতেছে ওয়েট
হ্যাঁ দুই দিকে ফ্রি কিল আছে
লেফটে কর্নারে প্লেয়ার তো সব পার হচ্ছে সব
مازال
তার দুই তিনটা নেট মার লাগে
আমার নেট দিও তো
নেট নাই মিকো দাও তার পিছনে লাগে কল শুনো
ড্যামেজ ই আছে তিন ড্যামেজ
শুধু
সব ড্যামেজ
আমাদের কোনে জোন আছে
شنو
هذه كاليفيكاسيون ديال الفينال هذه
هذا ما يسالوا فينال ده
নাইস এবার দাও মিলটা দাও আর নেট মারো
আমনে নাই
وي
تكمل ساعه
আসো তুমি কাছো দাম বাইরে মারে লং মারতেছি আমি পিছনে কই কলটা ফাস্ট কল দাও
এই নিচে সামনে মারো
পাইতেছি না পিছনে সামনে মারো
না সামনে কাবা নিয়ে মারো
আমি আর দিচ্ছি
শুনো
تقشوا
ড্যামেজ একটা দূরে মার
এরা বারবার সিরি1 আমার হেডলাইন লাইট আমার লেফট ওপেন আমার লেফট লাস্ট ওয়ান আমার সামনে জানেন উইচ সামনে
আরে গাইস
আরে আমরা আন্দাজ লিগ মেরে দিতে পারি আমি মরি না শটে হেড লাগে দে ভাই ভালো লাগে ভাই কি করব ভাই
সোলো এই জায়গাটিতে অ্যালং উইথ মিকো খুবই দুর্দান্ত পারফর্ম করেছে সাডনেস জায়গাটিতে অ্যালং উইথ
شو عنده
মিকো
এমন মারতে
মারকেন না মিকো মারতে কে মরুন না কিন্তু ট্রিটমেন্ট এটা বলে ভাই নরমালটা দেন
জি ভাই আমি নেট দিচ্ছি
মাস্টার ফাটাও রাতে ভাই আমার কোনটা
নেট দিচ্ছি আর নেট দিচ্ছি
জানেন আপনি আমরা দিকে মারতে লেফট বাড়াও
ঠিক আছে
ক্লিয়ার
We are going to have 9 teams that have activated the Captain Rush condition, and you're definitely going to find a team that hits the booyah. Yeah, I mean, odds are, if you're just looking at one, yeah, denial can be done. But if you're looking at all this, denial will just be a river in Egypt. It's difficult to be denied of all of that because of the odds of one team out of 10 to grab that booyah. So, Evo's Divine right now, the target for the team
دراري
is
شكون اللي غيجيب
to
بويا
get 1 point. Activate
اونيك
their champion rush condition. Be it Lao Ho might
تقول
be
الميت.
that, and there you go. They can end their reign. They can
قلت
go
له
out,
الميت.
step out of the zone, but there's also a risk of the 5 team who will be getting the booyah and deny them of that.
Ooh, great play by Toda here. Spotting one out. Traps. Oh, he was Divine getting involved in this fight as well. And obviously, Ray looking for those points. EVOS Divine needs literally 1 point to activate Champion Rush. So they are one of the desperate teams looking to prevent Buriram, Begatron, Virtus Pro, RRQ, Onyx from grabbing the booyah here, which means they have to focus on grabbing the booyah for themselves. That's one of the best ways to prevent the game ending.
Oh yeah, I mean, if they can do so, because at some point, some teams are having that trouble, but EVO's Divine, well, still part of Indonesia, and Indonesia has been rocking this day overall. But Todak, right now, 2 elimination, and I love the aggressiveness coming from Todak, but it is not giving them that much in terms of reaching the condition. It's just giving them that much, like the pressure against the other team to really move that freely. So let's see if this might be the chance for them to catch up. But since they are in 12th spot, they need a long run to be able to activate that champion rush.
كنتفرجوا
And
دابا
we can
حنا
say that again. At this point of time, Flash and PE
شكون
Sports
غيجيب
are
بوين
in the
دراري
10th
شكون
and
باقي
11th
غيجيب بوين
spot,
تاني
which means they
المشكل
do
سير
not
باغي تجيني الناس
qualify for the Esports World Cup. So this is a big game for both PE as well as Flash, and it does not seem to be going well for PE Sports. We saw them perform very well at the Esports World Cup last year, and it seems to be a torturous journey to get there this time around.
Yeah, let's see though. Let's see. I mean, miracles can happen, and nightmares are happening for those who have already secured those champion rush condition. One team with the Bigatron Esports who's dealing with PE Sports right now. So Lao Ho will need to get away, but the flag coming from Gil with the PSS plus the follow-up with that Trogon will spell trouble for PE Sports. But Nkang will be revived, Nero making that work. So PE Sports is still alive, and 12 teams remain.
And PE Sports forced on the recovery gameplay very early on. Core Memory is not too far away from activating Champion Rush. Core Memory is in the 9th place, by the way, and they'll only need 6 points to activate Champion Rush. How insane is that?
What's insane is who's tied with them. It's Team Falcons that haven't activated that Champion Rush condition. Not quite sure it's if they're faltering, because I'm pretty sure they would want to get a piece of that prize pool. But if EWC is just a goal, then they already have that, because they were the remaining champions from last year. So I don't know what's happening with Team Falcons right now, but I guess what they can do is just deny the other teams from grabbing that booyah and probably move up, sneak up, and get all those points.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm thinking perhaps Falcons can make something happen for them this time around, because, you know, like you said, they're tied up with Core Memory, 74 points. They need to hit the Champion Rush condition, which means they need 6 points. But they also need to prevent the other teams picking up the booyah. What's the best way to do that? You pick up the booyah yourself. You can still prevent without hot dropping. You just need to make sure nobody else wins the lobby. It's the best way to guarantee the spot. And then, of course, you do a back-to-back and secure it for the game. That would be a phenomenal way to end this day.
Let's see if they will be able to do that, because, well, it's becoming difficult. We've expected that from Bloom United. We've seen
Bigboss
expected
annule
that
في
from
البروغرام على
BTR,
ودك
but it's really tough right now. And even for a player cam, you can see that all the focus are there. Some of them are not really that comfortable in how they are playing, because of all the tension, because of all the anxiety that's coming through their mind. So they need to ease up a little bit, like build that mental fortitude. I know they are in game already, but this is where they need, or they can relax, because everything is still quiet at this point.
قندح وقت معانا ولا كريسمس قندح. To get us into this game number 10 here. it's seeming elusive
Just
based on the number of teams that have achieved this
يقولوا
championship.
الزنقينه تما داكشي علاش
But you know,
انا كنقول
like
اخويا
you
الاونيك
said,
غيجيبو بويا ما عرفتش علاش
can be
صح حسيت
beautiful.
بها
لا ديال
And of
الراكيو
course, if you hit the booyah and don't allow these 5 teams
ما عرفتش
to
قلت
grab away
اونيك
from
اخويا
you,
حسيت بهم هاد
ديك
البراعه
الخيمات مزيانين
put it
الصراحه
on
ولكن
danger
لازم ما
territory
تبوشوش
now between two
لا ما
teams
كيبرسيو
from
من بعيد
Indonesia.
ماشي
All
صعوبه تخرج معاك في ديك
مش على
الخيمات
بزاف هاد البلاصه
Both Onyx and
ساهله في
RRQ
البوش
have activated the champion rush
بالعكس
condition
الله الا كيزعم ما كيزعمش عليها
alongside
شخصيا
Buriram, who was the first team. And
حنا كتجينا صعيبه عرفتي علاش حيت كنجيو من ديك الجهه
does
الاخرى الجهه
not
الاخرى
grab the
صعيبه فهمتي
championship.
بالعكس ما صعيباش
I'll
ديك الجهه
finally
الاخرى
have to
كيسهل
agree with
المشكل
Chat
شنو هو
on
بنادم
some of
كيبغيش
the
يزعم عليها
اه
Well, definitely. I mean, the chat has been looking at the games overall. They have a lot of
بغينا
comments, and
ندخلوا
it's
بغينا
not,
ندخلوا للدار دابا
well, not everything is empty comments. There are some bases, and it's just what is showing up right now on the show. It's not just
كلشي غيتجمع في دار
anything that
والفيديو
they
غتشوف
thought
الحرب
of. So let's see if it can be
هذا يكون بلا
broken
دوك التحضير
by the teams that a lot of a
اللي
lot of
غيفاشل الاول
expectation has been set.
بدات اغمض تلقى الدار وحده
It is. We are on the
هادو
8-minute
صحاب
mark,
العسة
and it's getting quiet. Too quiet for comfort, and it might go into chaos once again
بيضاً
once we
بيشربوا
hit
الحبلس.
that fourth phase of the circle.
عمل البرود الاولى صافي
كاملين الصراحه
By the way, even if we
شي
don't
بروفي
hit
ولاو.
the booyah by the end of game 10,
اش
team with the
جناب
most number of points will be crowned the champion. And
والبيك.
this is one of the first. This is the
والبيك.
first
تلقى
of
البيك
the
صاحبي هو البيك
grand finals that I'm
والبيك.
seeing.
فايق صعب
لا بدا شي غلط تغسل وجهك دغيا غسل وجهك وجه
The top team has
راك خلي فيه
only
يقوم
gotten
كاع.
5 points.
واش كاين الروما ما سمعتش
Usually,
ياك وسير
in 6 games, we would have seen teams exceeding like 120, 130, you know, really massive stuff.
غسل
So you
وجهك
can see the latest
زوينين
meta
باني
as
ولا شي
well
حاجه
as the
انا مشيت
rules
طواليت ونجي
have forced teams to play
أنا الناس
very
غيبانيو.
passive, as well as the
ممنوع تماس
skills rule that has been
وراك
put in
ناسي
here,
شحال من
the
مرة.
unique active skills that forces you to remain vigilant. You can't, you know, rush around with your rebel rush out there with Tatsuya as much as you used to in the past.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see it right now. And in spite of B Sport trying to get away, Shinoy managed to sneak one in against Nero. And let's see if B Sport can still bring back their teammates, because we still have 12 teams remaining. Laho has been spotted already, and Zoo is doing the work right now. But they spread out just to make sure that the focus will not be onto them.
Well, Dew wishes he has the M80 to beat. And the grenade goes wide. And Dew now forcing Lauhor to be pressured by the blue. Oi, needs one more hit in there. There's 2 players. How many players does it take to take down this man called Lahore?
زي تخور غير تخور
Needs one sneak
الو دراري
push in
ودراري
there. And I found out. Lahore, what? What?
That's
So many shots. Lahore is like Rajnikant out there. You know, 100 bullets towards the superhero. He doesn't go down. He shoots one time and it's a headshot.
والبيكس
That's how it is.
Marcus.
I mean, you just
مش
need time
دخلت
and a good
MGX
cover
الأول.
to be able to spot out your opponent and plan it out. I guess
شنو دير لهم؟
throwing in there and how Ju was hitting them, that was the
خويا
same
السيف يا
hole, that
البراكة
was the
الصراحة.
same gap that he used to knock down their opponent. What a
وبوراس
player
بوراس
from AG Global. But speaking of gap, this is small guy that
Boras.
Coach is working with XM9, XM8, and still managed to go in for a knockdown. These Falcons right now onto the other side, and this is what I'm talking about. Bigatron Esports, yes, they activated that champion rush condition, but the moment that they see an opponent, they're not letting go. They're not being
بيك
passive.
أخونا قول
They
لي
are
مبروك
putting in
نجح
the aggression
مبروك
because
أخويا
they know the condition is yes, get the booyah, but they also are considering that it will stretch into game number 10 and we might go into the standings.
This is danger zone for Bigatron. Looking for the finisher.
والبيكس
Falcons haven't even activated the champion rush just yet.
بيك
فايق صاحبي شحال سكواد دراري كلمة 80 6 سكوادات دابا كنمشي 80
Falcons in danger
الله يحفظك
now
أخويا.
because they
كلشي باقي عايز يدري كلشي باقي عايز
by
خمسة
both Flash and
سكوادات
Bigatron
فيهم بويا
by the end of this bout. But only 2 players left
ماشي
in
سكواد
here.
نقصات
And it looks like Flash is going to get a ultimate denial from making the qualifier into EWC. Zom hanging on for his dear life. But it's
Sure.
only up till then
فاكوز ما عندهمش جوج
as his hope comes crashing down. Flash will exit in the 10th spot. You need to be
والله
minimum in
ثقلتها
the
مع
9th
راسي
spot
يا
to
سهل،
book
قد
your ticket
غنمشي للطويت
for
ونجي
the
للقناة.
Esports World Cup. نعم.
شكون هذا؟
What the fuck?
And well, let's see though. We have
Just flash.
esports right
Flash.
now.
فلاش
And
صافي.
well, they need to work with 10
بس ما تقدرش
points
تجي
remaining,
تجي
but they managed to survive already.
تدرس فايت،
And if they
تدرس
can
فايت،
keep the
تدرس فايت.
distance, probably have an open area as well that they can snipe the opponent, and that can give them the points that they
What
need.
pension
But
power.
we'll see later on Mekoo Ff Esports in the battle against Team Falcons. And Team Falcons, yes, they have been the target of Mekoo Ff Esports from the past, but this time around they're denying or trying to deny Bigatron from getting a booyah.
Absolutely. Bigatron now. 6 eliminations in hand. This is circle 4. You cannot be playing at the edge of the circle here at this point of time. How are they going to get out of it? Falcons denied. 76 points. They do not activate Champion Rush. They cannot be the champions if we get to game number 10. How insane is that?
Oh, yes, indeed. I mean, it's really insane. Team Falcons, I thought they had a chance to gather all those points against Mekoo Ff Esports. But Mekoo Ff Esports also wants this booyah. Same goes for United. They have been sitting really silently onto the other side, and even with all those shots, they're not fighting back. So they want to survive 4-man strong. But who's putting in pressure? It is Team Falcons on the other side, but good enough. The blue will push them out of the way.
Yeah, too many passive plays out there on the battlefield. Hence why we are at game 9. Garena saw this one coming a long time ago when they made this rule, bro. And I tell you, it's just genius move. I'm gonna get my game number 10. Come on, baby.
حيت كانت 8.
And PE Sports needs to do something about this if they want to get the ticket to Saudi Arabia.
اللي زوارين صاحبي قارين.
Starting with Virtus Pro, it's a good place for the Vietnamese squad. In fact, we have not seen a single booyah from Vietnam today. Maybe we can in the final 2 games.
See though, it's a lot to ask for right now. And Todak on the other side being eliminated by Evos Divine. The battle continues between PE Sports and Virtus Pro. But the question is, how many blue walls does PE Sports still have to stay in that corner? I guess not so much because they are moving out, and it will be PE Sports gatekeeping Virtus Pro right now. But for Blue United, Jonah has been knocked down. A pickup is needed. They need to be quick just to make sure that they have the numbers advantage towards the final circle.
Rebel Rush pushing on in. Evos. Riptide Rhythm towards Skochil as well. But AG out of nowhere will eliminate Evos. But Buriram, 2 players on the ground. Wasana pick up. Is it going to be possible for him? Superman, but Jonah. And in the nick of time, Botman had only 16 HP. And the circle was really doing him dirty. And we survive for the time being. Bigatron will be denied 2 games in a row. Unfortunate for them. As Fuwara now looking for one for Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro already activated this champion rush condition, but Nameless very low, down on the ground. Fuwara trying to survive and Buriram denied as well. Fuwara and Virtus Pro denied.
بقى جيم خراسة يوظفك شحال واحد يلعب على البويض الخراس.
ترى اونيك اللي جابوه صافي ايش بليز.
لا جايكم كتجيب
Here we come. Unless of course Onyx Olympus does the impossible. Can you believe it? If Onyx is crowned champion today, I will have my mind blown to smithereens.
I mean, this is such a surprise. All Onyx Olympus coming from, I would say, lower part, and now they have an advantage. Even AG Global doesn't have a position to take on them. They have to jump out, and they need to move away. And it seems like Onyx Olympus is going to bring it home. Only one remains, and Onyx is 4-man strong with the booyah.
ده هو فرحان
يا الدومينو صحيح.
قلبي. The champions of Olympus, the last ones, the literal last ones to activate the champion rush condition. 85 points, the 5th team eligible on the spot, and being the last one through the gate, the first ones to complete the champion rush condition.
뭐라든 뭐 좋다고 모르는 다 sinh tồn một nhà vô địch mang tên Onyx.
12 teams, only one victory slot, and it is belong to Onyx.
Onyx ngay bây giờ hãy tiến lên trên sân khấu để nâng cao chiếc cúp vô địch của các bạn. Các bạn đã làm được, chiến thắng này là của các bạn.
This is your victory, and it's time for your team to join
That's
the
Onyx,
that's Onyx.
Congratulations, you deserve it.
Một khoảnh khắc vô cùng đầy cảm xúc. Ngay bây giờ xin mời đội tuyển vô địch chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau.
Jumped out.
صرت نازل.
Will have my. Do you believe it? If Onyx. Oh my. Champion rush condition, but nameless. Very low. Down the ground. Fuara.
اجل ما كانش عندهم.
Olympus. Just the impossible. Can you believe?
لا ما كانش
Welcome
عندهم.
our champions to the
77
كانش عندهم صاحبي.
ما كانش عندهم.
والله ما كانت عندهم.
ماشي الاخر يكدوا الفي بي اس.